everyone, this is Rima's Culinary Adventures and we are making steak and chips Asian style. We start with our pork steaks. Add in a teaspoon or two of dark soy sauce and a quick drizzle of oil and then mix gently to marinate. As the pork sits in the marinade while you prep your potatoes, they absorb the oils and the soy sauce and become the most succulent and flavorful steaks once cooked. Set aside and preheat the oven at 200 degrees Celsius, fan with grill. Prep the thoroughly washed and dried potatoes by cutting them into thick wedges. We want about 8 to 12 wedges from each potato depending on the size of the potatoes. As they bake, they'll get very fluffy inside, while the sides will crisp up wonderfully. You can use any starchy variety here. I have used British baking potatoes. Now place the wedges in cool water to wash off the excess starch and using some paper towels, dry them off thoroughly. Dry them off in batches if you must, but make sure that the wedges are completely dry. That way they will crisp up wonderfully in the oven. Place the potatoes in a dry bowl and add in about a tablespoon of oil. Mix well to combine. Add in the onion powder and most of the salt and mix well. Now add a tablespoon of plain flour and mix well to combine. You could use corn flour, potato starch, semolina, anything that you may have on hand. Place on a lined baking sheet without overcrowding and bake for 20 minutes. Now let's make our honey sriracha sauce that we'll use as a glaze and a stir-fry sauce by mixing in 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of sriracha, minced garlic, and the rest of the soy sauce. Mix well to combine and set aside for later. Now let's prepare our vegetables for the stir-fry. Any vegetable that cooks fast is perfect. I prefer green beans, asparagus, mange tout, bell peppers, broccoli, carrots, anything that you may have on hand. Clean and prep the veggies any way you want and set aside for later. Place a pan on high heat and drizzle a bit of oil. Swirl it around to make sure that the pan is evenly coated and season the pork steaks with a pinch of salt on one side. When the oil's properly hot, add in the pork steaks, season side down, making sure that any excess marinade is left behind. Season the other side and pan fry the first side for about 1.5 minutes on high heat. When the first 20 minutes are up, gently flip the wedges and place it back in the oven to bake for 15 more minutes. Pan fry the pork steaks on the other side on high heat for another 1.5 minutes. After that, reduce the heat to medium and pan fry, turning them every couple of minutes for another 13 to 15 minutes. After the 15 minutes are up, pour in most of your honey sriracha sauce onto the potatoes, give it a good mix very gently and place it back in the oven to roast for another 5 to 8 minutes. Bake for 8 minutes if you like a bit of char, otherwise you could choose to just bake for 5 minutes. Once done, let the pork rest for 5 minutes and stir fry your vegetables. Don't really need any salt or oil here. The fond and the juices on the pan will flavor the vegetables sufficiently. Add in the rest of the honey sriracha sauce and stir well to combine. Stir fry until the vegetables are crisp and yet cooked through. Once rested, slice the pork steaks against the grain and set aside. Serve individual portions or on a sharing platter along with the stir-fried vegetables and honey sriracha, potato wedges, and garnish with some finely sliced chives and perhaps even some sesame seeds and enjoy. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you like this recipe. Thanks for watching and have a happy day.